Welcome back to the Brotherhood of Men, guys. My name's Andy R, and today I want to talk to you about gold diggers or food diggers. Which is it? Before I get into that, please hit the subscribe button, give me a bell notification a whack, that way you don't miss out on future content, and you don't want to miss out on future content. Also, leave me a comment down below whether you thought this video was useful, you got something from it, or if you thought I was talking nonsense. Just let me know down in the comments below. And above everything else, give it a like or a share. Maybe somebody else you know will get some use out of this. You think they need to hear this message. So share it with them. But give it a like anyway. It helps the algorithm, and this channel can't grow without your input and your help. So if I've earned your subscription at the end of this video or any time before it, please hit the subscribe button. So back to the topic. What was I talking about before I started all that waffle, literally begging you to help me? That's what I was doing, and I'm not too proud to do that. I want more people to hear this message, so I'm not above literally begging you to help me grow this channel. Well, what I'm talking about today is something I think you guys need to get into your head, and that is gold diggers or food diggers. Which is which? So many men I see online, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, etc., are talking about gold diggers. Oh, women are gold diggers. Oh, women. No, they're not. That's just absolute nonsense. And you know it's nonsense. You know women in your life who just aren't gold diggers. But it's such an easy shortcut, such an easy shorthand to go to and say women are gold diggers. And usually the men who are saying it don't have gold. I'm sorry guys if you're one of them, but seriously, most of us are average guys. We earn an average wage, we live in an average neighbourhood, we go about our lives trying to get through the minutiae of days, to get to the other end of the day, to sleep peacefully, to know our bills are paid and such like, but we're not wealthy. We're not massively wealthy. We haven't got mansions. We're not driving our Bentleys and Rolls Royces to our massive yacht so that we can go on a Caribbean cruise for 6 months. That's just not us. That's not the average man. And when I say average man, I mean most men. Yet they're the ones most vocal about gold diggers. Let me tell you something that I think you need to hear. Truly wealthy men have no problem with gold diggers. Now in my job, the last job I had, which I did for 20 years, I met many very wealthy men. I met princes, I met Arab sheiks, oil billionaires and such like. And I met millionaires, I met CEOs at the top of big 100 blue chip companies, top designers who were paid an absolute fortune for what they were doing. I met these guys and I spoke to them. And I can tell you, not one of them had a problem with gold diggers. Do you know why? Because men who've got a lot of money don't mind so much if they lose a little bit of it to get what they want. It's men who have a little amount of money are terrified of losing any of it. Let me say that again, just so you get it through your head. Men who have a lot of money are not concerned about losing a little bit of it to get what they want. What I mean by that is lose a little of it, they've still got lots left. They've still got plenty of spending money. They've not lost it all. They've lost a little bit, but they got something out of losing that little bit amount. Because gold diggers, real gold diggers, go to the wealthy men and know that they're going to have to give that man something to get what they want. And the man knows, if I give you some of my wealth, some of my resources, I'm going to get what I want. It's almost a business arrangement, and they have no problem with it. Here's something else you need to know about wealthy men. They like gold diggers. They know where they stand with a gold digger. And also, if they're single, massively wealthy, and no, there's no such thing. Who was it who said? It was JC said there's no such thing as an ugly billionaire. So if they're massively wealthy and are single, in other words, they haven't got a woman, and they want to have sex, they know that that gold digger is going to be available for them. So long as they give a little bit of their resources to them, they're going to get all the sex they want. And the gold digger is prepared to give them all the sex they want. The freaky dinky hanging from the chandeliers, she might foolishly think to herself, this will lead to marriage and then I'll have the lifestyle forever. She probably does think that. But she knows to get him, she can't just be taking his resources and giving him nothing back, because he'll walk away and then that's the opportunity gone. So she'll play the game. Like I say, wealthy men have no problem with gold diggers. And here's another thing you need to know about wealthy men, and I mean truly wealthy men. If they're single and are very wealthy, they think every woman who approaches them is a gold digger. Because it's self-preservation. It's thinking smart. Until that woman proves to them that they're more than just after their wealth and resources, then it can progress into something more. And the smart gold diggers know this. I'm not saying they're not still gold diggers, I'm just saying they're smart and therefore play the game in such a smart way that the guy believes she loves him for him and not his wealth. But every guy who's got a lot of wealth thinks that a woman's approaching her because of his wealth. Why wouldn't you? You've got beautiful women. You're an average looking guy, but you've got a lot of money. You've got businesses here, there and everywhere. You've got private jets, whatever your wealth is. I mean big wealth. So a beautiful woman approaches you. You're not thinking, oh, it's because of my stunning personality. No, you're smart. You go, it's because I'm wealthy. That's why she's coming towards me. That's all right. She's beautiful. I want to take her to bed. We'll go into this idea that I think she's a gold digger, even if she's not. It's not hurting the woman what he's doing. And let's be honest, why did she approach him if he's just an average looking guy? I feel sorry for these good looking movie stars and male models and things like that, because they know they're good looking, so they get approached by women all the time. If they happen to be wealthy as well, because they're one of the top movie stars and that, it confuses and clouds the water for them. They're thinking to themselves, did you approach me because I'm handsome, or did you approach me because I'm a movie star and worth a lot of money? So they probably, every approach to them is treated like, oh, this is a gold digger trying to dig some gold. And why I said right at the beginning is, where's the gold, guys? Gold diggers don't go panning for gold where there is no gold. No, what you're dealing with, and this is becoming far more common, in fact in a recent survey it said that, I think it was 60% of women admitted to doing this. And that is, what you're dealing with is not a gold digger, you're dealing with a food digger. I mean, how low have you got to be on the totem that you're not even after gold as a woman, you're just after a free meal? I mean, how sad's that? But you guys, if you take them out for a free meal, you're the guys who are complaining about gold diggers when you're dealing with a food digger. This is low on the totem pole. This is way down there. She's no gold digger, because gold diggers don't go... It was Bill Burr who said about an epidemic of gold diggers, WHOREs. And he was saying, all of those guys who work at Home Depot, or for us it's B&Q, really want to sleep with those beautiful swimwear models, but swimwear models aren't interested in lumber. In other words, they go after the gold. Now, what you're dealing with is a food digger. And if you entertain them, if you supply your resources to them, because you haven't got an abundance of resources, you hate it because you've wasted a small amount of the small amount you had, and now you're out of pocket. This is why I said wealthy men do not care about losing a little bit, because they've got plenty still left and they're getting something out of it. You're not getting anything out of the food digger other than a companion at a meal. You're not getting the payoff, which is, hey, I will supply you with this food, but I want to sleep with you. Because she's in the mindset of, I'm worth more than a meal. Whether she is or isn't, it doesn't really matter. That's the mindset she's in. I'm worth more than a meal. Well, she's not worth more than a meal because that's what she was mining you for. Food. She's a food digger. She's the lowest of the low. There's even a terminology for this when a woman calls you up and asks you, hey, do you fancy going and getting a bite to eat? Do you fancy buying me, a steak or this or that or the other? It's called a foodie call. Not a booty call. Men have no problem with booty calls. I've yet to meet a man who has a problem with a booty call. I really have, because that's a phone call late at night or early in the evening. It doesn't really matter, where she says, do you want to come over my place and let's get busy together? Let's go and ruffle up the bed sheets. Let's go bouncing around. Let's get monkey together. Most guys go, yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, I'm on my way. Oh, hang on, you didn't need to finish the sentence. I'm already dressed. I am no guy who's got a problem with that, because you're getting a no strings attached happy time together with a woman that you're mildly attracted to, because it's only the ugly ones that you go, no, not interested because you're a monster. No, if you're getting a booty call, I don't know any guy who has a problem with booty calls. Women tend to have a problem with booty calls. When a guy rings them up in the middle of the night and says, hey, what you doing? They know exactly what the phone call's about. They're basically saying, I've just come out from a night with the guys, had a good time, didn't pick anybody up. Backup plan, you. Girls, you know this. Women, you know this to be true. You get a phone call, and the thing is that you'll say yes if he makes you tingle. You will still go, yeah, okay, hoping it'll go somewhere. But if you're a footy caller and the guy's saying yes, you know, women, be honest with yourself, you know he's a loser. And guys, if you're supplying the food to these footy callers, to these food diggers, give me your man card. Come on, hand it over. You can't call yourself a man if you're that desperate that you're hoping buying her a meal will get you some happy time in bed. No, give me the man card. Come on, hand it over. So stop it. Things only change if you change them. For you. If I need things to change for me, guess what? I'm not asking you to change them for me. I'm changing them for myself. I didn't come and ask any of you guys out there if it was okay if I started this channel and started talking about this stuff. Did I? No, I didn't ask anybody. I just thought, you know what? I've got things to say and I think there's an audience out there who needs to hear it. So I started this channel. Speaking of which, if I've earned your subscription, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon, because you are going to get so much content from this channel. Give it a like. That does help me. This is what I am asking for your help with. Give it a like. It's free and it helps the channel. It helps it to grow. And I do want this channel to grow, because I'm sick and tired of seeing guys that I meet, young men, feeling so weighed down and crushed by society who looks down on them, and women who treat them as a resource instead of an asset. That I think you need the right information to make the right choices. So am I right? Am I wrong? You tell me in the comments down below. Am I full of nonsense? Am I not? You tell me in the comments down below. Tell me what you would like me to cover as well. Tell me your story of having to deal with a footy caller, or if you ever really dealt with a gold digger. Tell me if you're rich and I'm not wrong about gold diggers, because like I say, I've spoke to these people and we've said about things, and I didn't sit down with them in a interview situation and go, tell me your views on gold digger. You get it through how you talk about them. Yeah, I'm going to meet this. This is why rich men have no problem with escorts, mistresses, call girls, because they all have something in common. They're supplying him with what he needs, and these are usually busy men who have extra busy lives, probably flying all around the world, haven't got time for a settled down relationship, but still want sex. And these three types, and a courtesan as well, which is just a posh way of saying mistress. But these women all have something in common. They're discreet. They're not shouting from the world, hey, I'm sleeping with so-and-so. No, because you're probably not the only one she's sleeping with. The other thing is that these men are doing as well, they're bagging up. They don't want to get these women pregnant. They're bagging up. They don't want any diseases. They're making sure that they wear condoms. They're getting what they want out of that relationship because they're wealthy. So they're not upset about using a bit of their resources to get what they want, because they have plenty of resources. Like I said before, and this needs to be emphasised, guys, if you've got a problem with gold diggers, you haven't got any gold. You've got a certain amount of income and you don't want to waste any of it without a certain outcome. Anyway, it might sound harsh because nobody likes to hear the truth, truly, but it is the truth. But if you're falling for a footy call, if you're having to deal with food diggers, man, how low have you gone? Your answer should be every time, no. Or if she rings up and says, hey, I'm hungry, do you fancy going to get something to eat? How about you answer like this? That sounds like a good idea, I could eat. Where are you taking me? How much are you prepared to spend on me? See what she says? Because if it's a footy girl, she was, no, I thought you'd take me out. Yeah, bye. Click. I mean, come on, that's got to be your only answer. Anyway, my name's Andy R. This is the Brotherhood of Men. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope I've earned your subscription today. If not, hey, no hard feelings. It's given freely. So, I'll talk to you soon, but I'm off for a cup of tea because I think I've earned it. Bye now.